Hey, here we are back out in the van. So, okay, I don't know if I ever showed y'all yesterday what it used to look like right up here above you, but I'll see what it looks like now. So, yesterday there were wires hanging all out of here, all down here like this, and wires coming down and all down in here and on the wall and stuff. So yeah, I'd take all this down and I found some more ground wires so I could ground everything right, and put some wire connectors on them, and that were that had, you know, the built-in shrink wrap or whatever. Got that all cleaned up, and and that's where we're at with this. And this is what it's looking like now. So what I got to do now is start right here. I need to delete some wires right here. This needs to stay hooked up because it's a side light back out here, and so I'll probably just tape this up real good and just run it down the wall nice and neat. And see, in these wires, the brown and black, they run that way and up and around, and so we're almost done. I don't want to say we're almost done, but I do want to say we're almost done with wiring, but we're not, so I can't say that. Because these wires are a mess. So I got this cleaned up, and then all those other wires are gone. So now, really, I need to stretch these wires out and try to get them up to where they're supposed to be. That way I can know where so I know how much slack I need to give these wires. You see what I'm saying? Because I don't want to get all this figured out and then not have enough room to get these wires up where they're supposed to be. Okay, so these blue and black wires right here went to the mood lighting, which I pretty much took out of here. So, but I think I'm going to try to repurpose them. So I need to get rid of these because it's not needed. You see what I'm saying? So, so I got to cut this and get this tape off of here. And what I'll do is I'll delete these wires and get rid of them. And that way I can clean the rest of these wires up. See all this? It's just a mess. It's just a mess. So I'm just trying to get all this cleaned up, delete what I don't need, and then that way I can just put all these wires together and run them neatly back down through here. And then I'm going to do the same thing pretty much all the way around. You see right here, this did have another ground wire branched off of it. So I snipped it, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to snip this right here, snip it right here, snip it right here, put one of these wire connectors on there, and crimp it down on there, and heat it up and let that heat shrink. That way, because, you know, tape's okay, but this is better. And there we go. See, now I ain't got to worry about it. Okay, so see this screw right here? Somebody use a screw to hold this up, which I'm probably gonna do the same thing, but they weren't paying attention to what they're doing, and they smashed these two wires, and there's bare wire on these things. I don't know how they didn't burn this thing down. Some people don't need to be doing this kind of stuff. I'm just telling you. Okay, so I got these wires deleted. Got all these wires deleted. So now I have to put this. I have to splice this back together again, just ground wire right here. And seeing this wire right here, this is a hot wire for the tail lights and for the side light and the side light over there. And so what happens is what they did is they ran this wire all the way around. It goes up to this tail light over here, over to that tail light over there, and to this light over here. What I'm doing is I'm taking all the slack out of it and trying to get rid of it all. This camera always does this. It does not do good. But anyway, but that's the point. That's the plan. Get all these wires cleaned up. Make sure there's no exposed wires whatsoever that can ground out on the metal, and that way it's safe to start doing other stuff. Okay guys, all right, this is not connected. Okay, you see how much cleaner this looks? See, and see, and as I'm going through the wires, you know, I'm looking for wires that might be exposed, which I have found some, and then I covered them up with some tape, electrical tape, and and all this is cleaned up, and there's this wire holder deal that goes up here, and so I taped this wires together as y'all seen in the video, and I taped them all together and neatly put them back in here and screwed them up there with some self-tapping screws to the back of this plastic, and I made sure it wasn't through a wire. So but now I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to do all this, how I'm going to run these wires. My hardest part is not overthinking it. Now I got to do this side. I need to run a ground wire because I messed up the ground for this. Imagine that. And this is for the outside light back here. And I don't know where the ground wire went for it, but I need to get that. I need to run a ground wire for this right here. Put that together, and then it should be good to go. So it just takes a lot of you have to do a little, then check a little, do a little, check a little. So right now, I'm gonna check the lights and everything and make sure everything's still working. And they're both working. Look at all this, man. This is what did they do? This went to trailer lights, and they had to look. They got it. They had it kind of had it wired up, but I mean, I don't know how I'd really run that right. I would have to probably drill a hole through the floor or something, or I'm pretty sure what they were doing, they're probably just running it out the back door or some shit. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't doubt it. This is a pain in the butt, I'm telling you right now. I'm trying to figure this out. Well, I'm getting confused on what to do because I really would like to have trailer light hookups down there on the bottom, you know, by the hitch. But I mean, how often am I really going to be pulling a trailer with this thing? You know what I'm saying? But you never know. But what if I needed to? And then I got all the wires hid and can't get to them. You see what I'm saying? So these are the decisions that I'm facing right now. I'm like, blah, 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 I don't know what to do. And then I'm like, I need to get this out of the way because wood's gonna go right here, right? So I need to figure out what I'm gonna do here. So I don't know. It's just trying to make these decisions, trying to figure out what I'm gonna do with what for future stuff. You know, trying to think ahead, doing stuff right now. You know what I'm saying? All right, guys. So I got these wires ran right up through here. All I got to hold it up right for now is black tape, but it's working for now. I need to stop and look at it. I gotta look at it. I gotta look at it, my friends. Trying to hook up the trailer lights. I had to look up a diagram because I couldn't remember what was what. It's been a long time. So that's what I'm doing now. Trying to make sure everything's right, you know what I mean? You turn on your blinker and you grind out your test light and you touch the wire. And my light's not real bright, it's just a little red light. And it'll, you know, come on. See, it's flashing red right now with the blinker. So that's how you do that. So no big deal, man. Just trying to get this done, and so we can move on to other stuff. You know what I'm saying? All right, guys, so let me show you what it looks like now. Okay, you got the wires over here, run down over here like this. I still need to tape this wire to this bunch. And it's gonna go, trying to figure this out over here. And, but yeah, got it all mounted up there, going around, and this over here. So what I did is I cut that plug off right there and just wired up all the trailer lights straight to the wires and got it all cleaned up. Both of my grounds are over here are mounted right there, and I've checked everything, make sure everything works. Everything does work on the trailer lights. So what I'll probably end up doing is drilling I'll cut this off. I'll cut this off right here, and then probably drill a hole and run the wires underneath, and mount a deal next to the hitch. That way I have trailer lights outside and I can just hook it straight up. So, and I mean, it's grounded right here for the trailer lights and all that. So yeah, this has been very time consuming, trying to get all these wires stuffed, and you know, I've been taping up all this stuff, you know, that doesn't look all that, you know, safe, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want anything to be grounding out or anything like that. So everything's looking good. So it looks so much better than it did. I've just been kind of kicking back and looking at how like I'm gonna frame this thing out for the walls, you know, and because on most Chevy Express fans, it's got these going up the wall, you know, all the way up the wall. I was gonna build over at least these back two windows, and because I didn't want, I'll probably end up building over all of the windows because I want to use that space right there. And so I'll probably end up like using that whole wall over there. So anyway, so I've been trying to just figure out, sitting here contemplating, debating, and just thinking, and just trying not to think too hard because I got a bad habit of doing that. So anyway, but that's the wiring, guys. I got it. It looks so much better than it did, and but I was just trying to, I was sitting here trying to figure out, like, how am I going to do this? Like, you know, how am I going to cover all of this like with wood, and then like all the wires are I'm like, oh, what am I going to do with all these wires, like what I'm trying to build right here? So I also got to get all this carpet up and all this, like, and I wanted to pull up the insulation that's under here, but like, man, it is down there. Like, it's adhered to the floor pretty good. I tried pulling up some pieces over here on the other side, and this just started ripping, and I was like, oh Lord. I was like, oh God, here we go. I hope y'all liked the video, man. I hope y'all are enjoying this this journey of van building, and it's kind of been a pain in the butt, but this one is a little different because, I mean, it has a lot of wiring, and then like all the wiring on the other one was just like it was all like, it was underneath, and it wasn't in here like this. So this is a little different story. So, but I'll figure it out. It's no big deal. No big deal, guys. But much love, much peace. Don't forget to like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I'll see y'all soon. Peace.